Yeah, 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 yeah. Hey, hey, hey. What it do? It's your boy Sicko Bandster, man. Trying to get 100 grand. You know I got the plan, and I'm back. I am back, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, we back today. We trying to get to the bottom of this. What happened to Big Worm? Huh? Something happened with Big Worm, y'all, and we want to know. Hey, happy to be back with you guys, man. Make sure you hit that like, hit that subscribe, drop me a hype if you really messing with me. Show some love. You already know, to the Bands gang, and we gonna do this the right way. Yes, sir. Without further ado, let's get to the content.
Faizon Love situation is disturbing and is sick. It goes from poop and dookie in the white bed sheets after intercourse to Faizon being in court claiming he's homeless.
Actor Faizon Love, known for roles in movies like Friday, Elf, and Couples Retreat, out of jail after serving 16 days in a child support case.
But that decision came only after a contentious hearing in a Hillsborough County courtroom. 10 Tampa Bay News reporter Kristen Barbarisi joins us from the courthouse now with what happened.
Love was arrested in California just over 2 weeks ago for failing to surrender on 2 contempt of court charges. And in court today, there were tense exchanges not just between Love and the mother of his child, but the attorneys too.
He said he didn't have 100,000.
Is what he's saying the truth or not?
Attorneys sparred over child support payments as actor and comedian.
This Faizon
Hold on, y'all. Having some technical difficulties in this charm. This is what we gonna do. Let's see.
Love situation.
I still can't do a thing.
Is disturbing and is sick. It goes from poop and dookie in the white bed sheets after intercourse to Faizon being in court claiming he's homeless.
Actor Faizon Love, known for roles in movies like Friday, Elf, and Couples Retreat, out of jail after serving 16 days in a child support case.
But that decision came only after a contentious hearing in a Hillsborough County courtroom. 10 Tampa Bay News reporter Kristen Barbarisi joins us from the courthouse now with what happened.
Love was arrested in California just over 2 weeks ago for failing to surrender on 2 contempt of court charges. And in court today, there were tense exchanges not just between Love and the mother of his child, but the attorneys too.
He said he didn't have 100,000.
Is what he's saying the truth or not?
Attorneys sparred over child support payments as actor and comedian Faizon Love appeared in court. Seated in a wheelchair, Love repeatedly expressed frustration as he defended his record as a father.
Your Honor, what you were hearing was...
Wait. Why Big Worm in a wheelchair? Why is Big Worm in a wheelchair, y'all? Hold up. Let's back this up. Why is Big Worm in a wheelchair?
Only after a contentious hearing in a Hillsborough County courtroom. 10 Tampa Bay News reporter Kristen Barbarisi joins us from the courthouse now with what happened.
Love was arrested in California just over 2 weeks ago for failing to surrender on 2 contempt of court charges. And in court today, there were tense exchanges not just between Love and the mother of his child, but the attorneys too.
He said he didn't have 100,000.
Is what he's saying the truth or not?
Attorneys sparred over child support payments as actor and comedian Faizon Love appeared in court. Seated in a wheelchair, Love repeatedly expressed frustration.
They want 100,000 from Big Worm. He came in a wheelchair. That's the sympathy. Cause then wasn't he just on? I don't know, man. I don't know, bro. Because I could have swore. Keep going.
Frustration as he defended his record as a father.
Your Honor, what you were hearing was a frustrated black man saying, "What is this? I've always taken care of my daughter."
You see your daughter too, right?
Yes, I had just saw her. This lady had dropped her off and gave her money because she just had a new daughter and she didn't have no.
Let's not just keep to this. I don't want you to get upset.
At the center of the dispute, whether Love is hiding income from Tiffany Lee, the mother of his child. Love says he is broke and living with a friend who pays his bill.
This court hearing and it being filmed and it being made public is gonna do an inexplicable damage to Faizon Love's career. I can't even put into words how bad this is for Faizon. Faizon is somebody where when he do these interviews, he's very insightful. He gives his perspective and analysis on other people and their business. Like when Faizon Love did the interview speaking on 50 Cent. Faizon Love was really entertaining in that interview. Faizon Love called out 50 Cent for not being that rich, for needing money, et cetera, et cetera.
Right.
Well, if Faizon Love does another interview speaking on, let's say, 50 Cent or somebody else, claiming they're broke, well, they can just pull up this court hearing like, bro, really? You talking about me, really? Look at this. So even this would affect how he works in the future. But this court hearing is sad. So Faizon Love admits it in this court hearing. And
I'm going to keep it real. Faizon don't give a damn about that. He don't care. As long as he could throw off the judge, Faizon is a real street nigga. I don't know if y'all know like about that or not, but allegedly, Faizon Love is a real street nigga. Always have been. And he just trying to spin the courts. So I don't really see nothing too wrong with this. You know, this is something a regular person would do. And Faizon ain't been in the public eye for a while now. So he's strictly living off residuals. So he ain't really made no new bag. You know what I'm saying? He's living off the crumbs from the old shit he did. So I don't know what Flacco talking about. Like Faizon be running around portraying like he got the money. Like he portrays like he gets residuals. He always falls back to residuals. If you hear Faizon talk, you will hear him speak on residuals because that's what he lives off of. And I'm gonna say this: if Faizon was my enemy, this would be perfect ammo for me. This would be perfect. But seeming that I don't have any animosity or I'm not any type of beef with Faizon, I'm looking at it clean cut. Hold on. That wire was messing me up. I'm looking at it clean cut, y'all. He trying to spin the courts. He trying to not pay so much. They do it all the time. Celebrities do it all the time.
A, he has less than $90 in his bank account. B, he can't even get a gig because whenever he does get a gig, because how he works, he does like, you know, stand-up, right? He does stand-ups and movies. Now, with the movies, they pay you via check. So, you know, like that's on record, that's public, the government is gonna get that. However, for these comedy shows where they're paying you in cash, the baby mama and her attorney, apparently they just stalk Faizon Love's page, type in his name every morning, see if he got any headliners, any shows, anything. And if they find out, okay, he got a show in 2 weeks, they'll pick up the phone and call the promoter, send him a copy of the garnishment saying, hey, yo, he owes us 55% of everything he makes. If you don't give it to us, you'll be held, you know, like liable. And Faizon is saying that, A, some promoters don't want to deal with that and they just cancel the show, period. Or B, they give them.
Oh, wow. So they going as far as to contacting his promoters, letting the promote. That's going to mess up the money. That's why his shows slow down. That's why his shows slow down. I'm going to be honest. If ultimately your goal was to get the money, get to that bag. Well, why are you calling fucking up the bag? You're not going to never get no money if you fucking up the bag. You will want this man to make some money so he can pay you. right? It's logic. I mean, that's what I would think. But now he making the money, he ain't paying you. You got to figure out a way to get paid. By you figuring out a way to get paid, that way, you gonna fuck it all off.
Like all his money, so he don't have nothing. She have it all.
That is what cross-examination is about, and that did not occur at a CMC. And they refer to this May 1st and May 3rd, but the financial affidavit was filed in April, Judge, and the hearing was in April. So how does he include income that hasn't even happened yet? And as we stated, that Detroit show didn't happen. So at the time he filled out his financial affidavit, he wasn't working. This man has no home. He drives a 1999 car, and he lives with his friend who pays all his bills, who's here to testify. He had a movie, and we have a contract of it, but it's right now. It was last week. He got picked up. He can't do the movie. That was going to pay him about $5,000 a week. I have that contract here today. So he has not worked, but in 3 minor films since COVID. But the financial affidavit is not what he made in 2022. It's not what he made in 2023. It's not what he made in 2024. It's not even what he made in 2025. It's 2026 income at the time he filled out that financial affidavit. He was unemployed, had no movies, and had no gigs. Comedian. He does stand-up comedy too.
Now, for those of you who don't know how the gig thing works, right? I'm an inspiring actor myself, right? I just got into this lane, right? But I was born for it, guys. I was born for it. But check me out. When you're trying to acquire these gigs, if you don't have an agent, especially if you don't have an agent, when you're acquiring these gigs, you gotta not only audition, but you gotta search and squandrel for these gigs throughout all these gigs and see what gig is good for you. What's the plot story? Do they give a little sample of it? See if you're interested in it. If they're interested in you, right? Then you gotta be looking at the pay as well, because some of these projects they'll pay you $500 a week, $200 a week, $200 a day, $1,000 a week. It depends what part you take. And by him having that status, his bottom line is $5,000. Anything he touched. So he's blessed and able to do that, but how many gigs is touching them? Especially when you got your baby mama calling in telling us you owe her money, so we have to pay her. It's a headache. If you follow me, it's a headache.
The court did order him to turn himself in May 1st. Okay? The time for a motion for rehearing was still pending. That order does not become final, so the motion for rehearing is heard. So I don't think not turning himself in May 1st should be considered as a penalty or punishment or punitive, because that order becomes final after my motion for rehearing, which was timely filed, is ruled upon. He did have money to fly to here and needed the state to fly him here. Once he was picked up, he don't have money. He has $100+ in the bank, maybe. He has a $500,000 judgment against him every time he opens a bank account. Plus this judgment, it's garnished. So he has one bank account, Navy Federal Credit Union, with no money in it. Mr. Rodriguez, like I said, is here to testify that he pays for his bills, he pays for everything, he helps him book his shows.
I really hope this is a play, bro. I really hope that Faison is just in court.
So you heard it right there. He low-key staying with his manager. The man helping him book shows, he's paying for everything. He's staying with his manager, his representation, his agent. He's staying with him. That's what the man clearly said to the judge. That's what the man clearly said to the judge. So,
with no money in it. Mr. Rodriguez, like I said, is here to testify that he pays for his bills, he pays for everything, he helps him book his shows.
Mr. Rodriguez was there to testify in front of the court that he paid for everything. I help him get his shows. I foot the bill.
I really hope this is a play, bro. I really hope that Faison is just in court lying about his finances, lying about what he has or what he doesn't have, so he could get away with not having to pay child support. But I don't think he's lying, bro. Because this is like, bro, he's bringing somebody to court to testify on his behalf. He's showing bank accounts with $99 into it. Like, I don't think he's like, I think this is really his life. I think getting that woman pregnant, which by the way was his first child. Like, that's Faison's love only in first child, and he's 58 years old. So he avoided having a kid his entire life to avoid situations like this. Finally had a kid at the age of like 56 years old or so, I believe, like maybe like 55 years old. And he's still having to deal with this. Something that, again, when men have kids in like their, like, you know, in the late stages of their life, they're usually having kids in like in a more responsible situation, right? They're usually having kids, if they wait that long, in the right format, right? Where they have a wife, they have a family, they have a home, and they're doing their thing. Most men who wait till their 60s ain't having kids with like local hood rats. Again, that's Faison Love Wars, not mine, right? Now this chick apparently have about like
Hey, wait until you 50 to have a baby is diabolical. What the hell was you waiting on, bro? You supposed to got them out the way. What is going on here, Faison?
4 other kids. None of the daddies is on child support, but Faison Love is the only one she's going after for child support. So it looks like, again, Faison Love is like the money bank to her, man. All right? But unfortunately for her, she's going after Faison Love, treating him as if he's like the money ticket when he say, I don't got no money, man. You can, like, I know I'm famous, but yeah, you going after me for, but I don't got no money, bro.
Man, check this out. What little bread he do got, he don't want her to get. That's what's going on here, y'all. That's exactly what's going on here. What little shit I do got, bitch, you're not finna take it. Hell no. Fuck that. You're not taking it. That's what's going on here, y'all.
Go after your other 4 baby daddies, man. Maybe they can get you some paper if you combine it together. It's just a sad situation, bro. But this chick's lawyer is not letting up, and she also stated that she only wanted like daycare money from Faison Love. My perspective, if you only wanted daycare money from Faison Love, you wouldn't let this go this far. Like, if it goes this far, I'm sure Faison Love at this point.
Come on, y'all. Motherfucker ain't getting no lawyer representation going to court just for some motherfucking daycare money. I'm just gonna tell you that right now. It might end up like that. You know, she might end up getting daycare money because he ain't got no bread, but she was going for the gusto. Trust her.
Will voluntarily pay you the daycare money so you could drop this. So the chick's lawyer, is his time to speak, and he starts going in, man. He says he's lying about not having money. We've been garnishing his checks and his payment from his comedy shows, and these checks are like 9,000, 55%. So that means he's getting $16,000 to $18,000 per show, but he's hiding money. So, the lawyer ain't letting up. The lawyer sees this man in court crying about being homeless, crying about not having no money, crying about having $90 in his bank account, crying about driving a 1999 car. And the lawyer's still saying, so what, man? Hand me my paper. Hand me my ticket. It's just...
Lawyers is cutthroat. The man in the wheelchair, they don't give a... Wheel his ass to the bank and get my bread. That's what they... Wheel his ass to the bank and get my money.
It's sad seeing Faison Love in this situation, bro.
It was not like missing a few things. It was not, it was literally just a blank financial affidavit, essentially, saying I have no income. We have collected, as I mentioned.
I'm so sorry, Chad. Hey, I'm so sorry, y'all. That was hilarious. He said it was not even a filled out affidavit. It was just blank. I don't have any money. That was hilarious. That was funny, y'all.
Missing a few things. It was not, it was literally just a blank financial affidavit, essentially, saying I have no income. We have collected, as I mentioned, some money pursuant to garnishments. And these garnishments are not small amounts. There are small amounts from certain locations that we get. But just from a single comedy show that he did, which we had to litigate before the general magistrate to actually get paid, because Mr. Love's, one of his prior attorneys, was threatening the comedy club that they would sue them if they gave me any money pursuant to the order, which the GM ended up saying, no, you need to give that money, was over $9,000. So that was just about half of what he earned. So he's earning about $20,000 per comedy show. There's several shows.
Oh yeah, y'all got 9 bands? Y'all got 9 bands off of calling my shows. I'm cutting your water off. You didn't got enough. I'm cutting your water off. Yeah, he cut y'all water off. He cut y'all water off. Until you can find proof. I'm talking 100% proof that this man is making some fettuccine Alfredo. You're just going to be a mad litigator, sir. You look very mad. Look at him. He look mad.
Different cities and does a comedy show and headlines and they advertise it. We've been sending out letters to these comedy shows saying, hey, he's performing there in 3 weeks. Here's a copy of the court order seizing, 55% of his income. And they end up fighting us on it. And like I said, you can take a look at the court record and you can see where that is. So it's not just a matter of, oh, well, I was between jobs. He gets constant money from his prior shows and movies and things like that. He's constantly doing comedy shows all over the country where he flies there and does these comedy shows for $18,000, $20,000.
Okay, let's check this out. How many of y'all seen a Faison Love comedy show? How many of y'all heard Faison Love was coming to your town? Because I'm from Los Angeles, and in the middle of his prime, I still don't remember this nigga coming around doing comedy show. So he must do them all over America, everywhere else, because I mean, y'all gotta hit me in the comments, hit me in the chats, let me know if you've been to a Faison Love comedy show. How was it? Was it packed? Was it sold out? Are they knocking the door down for Faison? That's what we want to know, y'all. Cause he making it seem like Faison's just getting cheddar, just getting it, non-stop, getting it from there, he getting it from there. You let this man tell it. Faison is getting to that bag.
Say, well, like, I had a comedy show and it canceled, so I put zero income. It's not, well, but that's how it's done. I mean, if you're a plumber and you plumb one day and you plumb 3 days later, but you do financial application in between those days, on your day off, you don't say, I'm in zero income. I mean, that's just not.
I mean, but he did. Technically, he did. You just mad because you got caught in the technicality. You got caught in the middle. That's why you're mad. Because you're that guy that got caught in the middle. See, lawyers hate when other lawyers play lawyer games. You guys are lawyers. Y'all fucking with each other here. Yeah, you blaming me, but it was really my lawyer that did that. And you mad because he did that to make you mad.
How it works.
Faison did say he's an active father. He's in his daughter's life. He's not a deadbeat. He's very active in her life. And if that's true, again, if that's true, because I don't know, I'm not privy to their relationship. But if that's true, man, these chicks is heartless, man. Like the older generation, our grandmamas, our mamas, man, they might see the daddy doing $90 in the account and say, you know what, bruh, as long as he spends time with the kid, I'm fine with that. Not this new generation. This new generation doesn't give a damn if you're an active father. They could care less if you show up, man. Yo, some of them, their preference is that you don't show up. Some of the new generation don't want you to be an active father, because if you're not active, they get more money. Like our mamas, our grandmamas, they would have preferred you show up and be active over the money they might receive from child support. But this new generation, man, they don't want you to show up, bro. They want you to be a deadbeat because they want to go to that court show, hey, bro, he don't help out with nothing and get more money in return. Man, listen, man, these chicks is heartless, bro. But it gets worse. So while having Faison in court with handcuffs in a wheelchair, this chick goes on Tasha K and talks about her experience having intercourse with Faison Love. And she claims that Faison Love left a mess.
Stay in control with next day delivery on most orders.
That-
For your
that
shut-off
is
valves,
Tasha K.
call clickgranger.com or just stop by. Granger.
Hey,
On the bad
hold on.
sheets.
Tasha K, you are diabolical. Tasha K has dropped some bombs this year. 2026. Tasha K, she done dropped some bombs this year, y'all. You hear me? She done dropped some bombs. And listen, y'all gonna have to forgive me, man. If I ever get famous or super popping and stuff, don't be pulling up old clips that I did, you know what I'm saying, trying to hold it against me. You're gonna have to forgive me, because I'm gonna say I'm sorry. I didn't mean to hurt your feelings. You feel me? I just speak, you know, from the heart, raw truth, man, you know? And if you don't like it, you don't have to like it. Let me know in the comments how much you don't like it. You know, I need some interaction with you guys, man. Hey, this is the most valuable podcast. Let's finish this out, man, because Faison, he looked like he pulling a plays on.
So back to him. So I gotta ask you. Now, you were honest. You said that you weren't attracted to him initially, then it was his personality, and you kind of fell for him.
Yeah.
That's a big guy. Like, how did it go in the bedroom? Did you have to do most of the work? Because you said you was really good with your hands. Like, how did that go? Did you have to climb on top of him? What? Like, tell me. I know he sleeps on his side because he can't sleep on his back. Or
That's
like,
crazy.
please, girl, you have to enlighten us.
To be honest, Miss Tasha, it was by far like the worst experience that I had in my life. And that's why it only happened one time.
Damn. Wow, this lady saying Faison hit that thing one time and had a baby. And it was the worst experience of her life. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Because I could not bring myself to do it again, and this is why I don't understand how like prostitutes, how they do it, because
Oh my God.
I could not forget that whole scene.
Do you mind describing that scene? We would enlighten us.
Oh, hell no. Oh, hell no. Hey, y'all, it's your boy Sicko Bears the Man, trying to get 100 grand. You know I got the plan, y'all. Hey, hit me in the comments. Let me know how y'all feel about that, man. If Faison Love going broke, is he just pulling a play? Y'all let me know, man. It's your boy. Until the next one.